Professionally, I'm an IT teacher. I've taught for the last, I think, 14 years. But I used to do curtains as a hobby. And then later on is when I stopped teaching IT, information technology, of course. So I'm doing this passionately. At first, when you leave job, you think like, am I really going to work or not? To begin solo, only to come and realize it pays later on, yeah. I'm Betty Ndubi. I'm an interior designer. I also do curtains and shears, blinds, and matters concerning the curtains. All the matters concerning curtains, bed covers, bed sheets, mosquito nets, both rail and rounded, square, storage boxes, and various things I do. Even some people who need repair of the curtains, the old curtains, we do refurbish them. Pillows, of course, and pillowcases. Neck rolls, throw pillows, both large and small. Yeah, that's what we do. I began way back in 2014 as a business. Of course, I used to do it as a hobby at home. Then the hobby turned out to become a profession, actually. Yeah, I went into some small course. I did a course in interior design. Then I began. Yeah.
Even this one is the same price as this one. They're the same price, maybe. And then this other one. This is a double-sided fabric. You see, you can sew it from this side, and you can sew it from this other side. So inaitwa double-sided. Alafu hii pia ni double-sided. Triangle, one of the best fabrics. So you can switch from this other side. When you look at this other side, it's called double-sided.
I began very low, actually. How much do I say? I'm talking in terms of like 20,000, like 20,000. Of course, with a tiny machine, not the kind of machine I have, not industrial, just an old machine. What I did, I placed a motor. I placed a motor on that machine. Then I was able to begin because, of course, curtains are heavy compared to normal clothing. Yeah. No, it's a passion because professionally, I'm an IT person. I've taught IT in different colleges within Nakuru and the outskirts of Nakuru, of course, in Nanyuki. And in Nakuru, professionally, I'm an IT teacher. I've taught for the last, I think, 14 years. But I used to do curtains as a hobby. And then later on is when I stopped teaching IT, information technology, of course. And then both in computer application packages and apart from the application packages, repair and maintenance, hardware, both and software. Then later on is when I followed my passion. So I'm doing this passionately. At first, when you leave job, you think like, am I really going to work or not? To begin solo, only to come and realize it pays later on, yeah. It didn't take me too long because I'd done it at home, back in the house. I used to do this, and I used to have several clients. Those would come once in a while. Then it was so easy for me. It was so easy for me to pick up. From there. Basically, I source them from Nairobi, Eastleigh. That is where I basically fetch my fabrics. And these fabrics actually of different, we have them of different textures, different weights. Some are Italian, some are fetched from Dubai, some China. So it all depends with the fabrics differs. They are cheap fabrics, they're expensive fabrics. Yeah, so but I source them from Eastleigh. And Eastleigh is not only one shop, there are different levels, different classes of curtains. So there's one street you'll find a cheap fabric, there's another street you'll find very expensive curtains. It all depends with what the client needs. Oh, the competition is tight, especially the competition is tight with the little we have and God-given talent. Now that is the time. Now we are at least we are able to outshine them because of what we deliver. We deliver the best. We offer the best, and that's now where we are able to get our clients. That's the time I'm able to. If you do the best, then the clients will still come back to you, and they'll refer. Women are good in referring. Women are very good in referring. Just like in the case of Jesus, they advance the gospel. When it comes to curtains, they are very good. They'll tell you, go to so and so. So that is where now, basically where I get my inspiration from. Yeah, I offer the best. When I offer the best, then I know, actually these people still come back. When somebody, especially ladies, when they visit their friends' houses, then they find something very good from one person to another, that referral chain comes. It comes and it actually gives me now a time to stand out. When they are coming, they don't miss. We have very many shops around here. I'm actually in the midst of 24 shops. Even neighbors, and we're not scared. We have very many shops here and I'm never scared. The customers will always look for me. Yeah, according to the fabrics that come, sometimes you have to communicate with those people who actually, the producers of these fabrics and the intention. And some of the times the clients themselves, they'll ask you for what they want. If a client tells you, this is my wall color, now according to the wall color and the design of the houses, either the seats, either the carpets, now you have to search more than what you have. You'll find the trend changing. From 1 month to another, you'll find the trend changing. And more so, also visiting other designers in Nairobi. And you also come out with your own design. Sometimes you'll have to Google and get to know what the other designers all over the world are doing, so that you're not left behind. So with the design changing once in a while, what we did last year is not what we are doing right now. We keep on changing. It keeps on changing. And when it changes, we also change with it. And the fabrics keeps on changing year after year. And the houses gets painted year after year, of course with different colors. Oh, challenges are there. Challenges are there because when it comes to buying, these fabrics are very expensive. For once, you have to notice that there is no cheap fabric in curtains. And if it was cheap, actually everybody would be into this business. When I go with like 210,000, that's so little. I'll only come with 3 rolls because 1 roll is 70,000. That's the maximum I can be able to buy. If I had much money than they do, because we can find a roll going at 250,000. When you buy 4 rolls, that's already 1 million. Now I can't get that 1 million for now, but if given a chance or given a place where I can source the fabrics, it will be good for me. That's the only challenge I'm having. I would have sourced them so much. And if more people would have come into this business, of course it would have been easy. A shop goes like you can have 10 brothers owning one shop. And each brother contributes like over 1 million, maybe 5 million. When there are 5 brothers in one shop, now you're talking in terms of 25 million they're able to run. So these are big business that needs a lot of money. But with the little money, I'm now able to source the fabrics from them. Then I do the stitching. Now that is where now I get my, when the client is not able to get what I have here, then I can purchase the fabric from them and then I do the stitching. And I do the best so that I get more clients. So sometimes I buy fabrics from them and then I stitch. If it's a huge number, now that is the time now I'm able to, when I get an order, that's the time I'm now able to buy those large quantity in rolls. Yeah, so that's a big challenge there, finance. yes, I'm able to. Okay, within the East African community, I've done that. I've done several hotels in Sudan, Southern Sudan. What we do, we deliver them in Uganda. From Uganda, they're now able to be picked again from Uganda to Southern Sudan. Now, if it's in Uganda, if it's in Tanzania again, we are able to do that. Now, within the East African, I've been able to do. In the US, I have clients, but those clients have relatives within. Their relatives are sent, they do it. Then when they'll be delivering, they now can be able to take them back. So you'll find most of the people in the US are those people who are coming. Those people who are now coming, they give out an order. When they give an order through the relative who keeps on tracking what you're doing daily, then when that relative comes, they are able now to pick. Not many of them, but few. But in advance, I'm looking out on when I can be able to now do it directly, especially the African fabrics. Yeah. I'm located at Mosque Road, just opposite Mheshimiwa Hotel, or people famously know is at nearby shops in Asha Plaza. I'm in Njewa Business Arcade, ground floor, shop number 5, ground 5, that is where I am. Yeah, my parting shot would be for those ladies who actually looking for jobs and you think maybe with your education you can do this. They are not actually cheap jobs. Those people who are doing these businesses, they are learned. I've seen bankers coming here to take some education from this place. Lady bankers have been able to place their own businesses and employed people through this once they've learned. So any person can be able to do this business. And for those African ladies who are scared, we actually three African ladies doing this business here within these shops and within these buildings. I'd encourage more African ladies to come join us and do this business. My name's Betty Ndubi, and this is Imagine Business.